Good morning, everyone. It's lovely to see you. It's the 14th of June today, and it's the first Sunday after Trinity. In the service today, I'm going to be doing a little children's talk. I thought I'd just do a talk that was a bit more children-friendly. So we've been quite serious the last few weeks. But in the readings we've had today, we had the story of Abram and Sarah as the three visitors come, like I talked about last week, how they come and tell Sarah she's going to be the mother of Isaac. And then we have also the disciples who are called by Jesus to go out and bring good news and proclaim the kingdom of God. So that's my sort of thinking around those, and I'm going to do a little children's talk for you today. So I've brought with me a little friend. This is my little friend. If you haven't seen him before, this is Ruff. Hello, Ruff. Can you say hello? Oh, yes. This is Ruff. He comes to school with me sometimes, and what else do you do? You do help with services, don't you? Yeah, it's been all sorts of things. Yeah, it's just really nice to have Ruff. He's very pleased to be here. What is that? Well, it's not television, really. No, is it the BBC? No, it's not the BBC. No, we're not on the BBC. It wouldn't be. ITV? No, we're not ITV. No, none of those. No, we don't know. Netflix? No, we're not Netflix. No, I know it's disappointing. Yeah. But you might be on YouTube later. Yeah, you might be on YouTube. That would be quite fun, wouldn't it? Yeah, all sorts of things. Yeah, but no, this just goes out to our church family, those who are watching from afar, and those who are nearby. And we send it out on YouTube as well, so those who don't do Facebook can see it as well. Isn't that fun? Yeah, it's really good. Why have you come, Ruff? Because you're having a bad time. He's feeling a bit sad. So, yeah, we brought Ruff today because we're feeling a little bit sorry for ourselves, aren't we? Yeah, it's been tough. Lockdown has been tough on puppet dogs. It has to be said. It's locked in their bag for weeks upon weeks upon weeks. I know, we got out the other week, didn't we, to do an assembly. And I got you to help me film. We filmed an assembly for school. But that's about it, really. Not a lot to do, is there? It's been really, really miserable. And every time you try and get out your bag, there's just bad news on the television, bad news on the news. Not good. Not good at all. But you had some good news this week, didn't you? Yeah. We heard that you've got a friend, haven't you? Yeah, you've got a friend. You made a little bubble. You made a little bubble with another puppet dog. Yes, another dog in the bag. What's your dog friend called? Wag. So we've got Ruff and Wag. There you go. Yeah, so Ruff and Wag. What did you do? You met up, and what did you do? We talked about children's parties. Yeah, and what you're going to do when all the lockdown's over. All sorts of things like that. Yeah, well, it's interesting. So you had some good news, even though you're feeling fed up and life can be hard. You had good news this week. Yeah, that's right. Well, and I think there's lots of things that sometimes we all feel a bit like that. We can feel like there's lots and lots of stuff that's really difficult to deal with, and we watch the news and see all sorts of things. But at the same time, there is often good news around. And in our readings today, there were two things about good news. First of all, the story of Abraham and Sarah, how they received the good news that they were going to have a baby. And I think it's a really interesting moment in the story of Abraham. Where he's a man who's learning to trust in God as he goes out into the world, as he has good news and bad news, and he deals with life as it comes to him. We see that the moment he allows God into his life, we see how those three visitors who represent God and speak of the Lord, as he allows God into his life changes. So as he receives good news and discovers God's love for him, understands who he is, then his life changes. And not only does he receive the good news, but he discovers that he is going to be the father of our nation. Isn't that amazing? Now, I know there are a lot of people out there who allow Jesus into their lives, who've let Jesus in. Have you let Jesus into your life? Yeah, well, you are just a puppet dog, so we won't go down that line, no. But there are people out there who have let Jesus into their lives. It's an interesting question, isn't it? What difference does that make? As you receive the good news of Jesus into your life, what difference does it make? Our other reading was about disciples. I like this story about the disciples. Jesus has already called them. They've already let Jesus into their lives. And then we see that what happens when they've allowed the good news of Jesus to change them. We see that Jesus sends them out into the world to be good news. So not only do they receive good news and receive Jesus into their life and let that impact on their life, how it must have changed them and transformed them, but they're also reminded that they have to go out into the world to bring good news to others. How interesting. I think that's a really interesting thing for us. So what have you been doing with your friend Wag? What were you planning to do? Do some children's parties. You want to do that. You've been planning those things and all the things that you can do together and the joy that you can bring. How you can be a good news puppet dog, can't you? You can be the one who brings joy and smiles and laughter. And I think that's something that we can all do. So I wonder this week, as we think about how Jesus has come into our lives and the difference that makes to us, how we can be good news this week. I wonder how we can be good news to others and bring joy and life and hope into our world. Well, Rob, thank you very much for that. I really like that. You really helped me today. I hope you're feeling a bit better. Are you feeling a bit better? Yeah. Do you like it in this church? It's nice, isn't it? It's a long time since we've been in church, isn't it? Yeah. Well, there we are. Well, I'm going to put you back in the bag. Is that all right? And we'll put you back in the bag because we need to go. So say goodbye to everybody. Goodbye. If you're back in your bag, you're going to go back in there. There we are. Right. Yes. Time to go. There we are. Well, thank you very much. May God bless you this week. May God surround you with his love, the good news of his love. And may you be good news to the world today. Amen.